So did anybody else join after I left?
I should my screen on this thing.
YouTube. It's backwards.
Yeah. I have no idea how to fix that. Clearly, I just don't know what I'm doing.
Do you want to send me the link?
I did.
You did. Okay, I'll check.
really don't know if you can hear me talking. Can you hear me talking? Hello, hello, hello. Well, I guess if you can hear the music, then you can hear me talking. I really wish there was a way to use this like a PowerPoint kind of thing. I don't like the quality. Oh, I see Philip Perk. Hi, Philip Perk. You apparently caught us while we're doing some QA stuff here. I think that'll probably be the best I can. I apologize. I thought we'd be able to share our screen so the video would look a little bit better, but unfortunately, that's not really the way it works. So we'll do the best we can, and I certainly don't. If anybody can help me with this, that'd be great. I would appreciate it. So in the meantime, Philip, I see that you're here. Are you interested in the paramedic program? And can I ask if you are currently an EMS provider and what you do and where you do it if you are? Okay, great. Is it a career or are you a volunteer for a service? Okay, great. I'm sure whatever service you're volunteering for, they certainly appreciate that because I really know the circumstances with volunteering these days. So my name's Andy. I'm the Paramedic Director for CPR training professionals. Our paramedic program is an association with Yale New Haven Hospital. So I just have a short presentation, maybe give you some information, and then once that's done or beforehand, if you have any questions along the way, I'm happy to answer anything. Just type them in the chat there, and I'm happy to answer anything as we go. So as I said, this is a paramedic program. Our paramedic program is scheduled to start September 8th, and we are associated with Yale New Haven. Our current deadline to apply for our program is July 31st. By that point, you just need to have the application in. And that once the application is in, the background check, the application fee, then we'll be off and running and we'll start managing from there. Class does begin on September 8th. Classes are going to be Mondays and Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and every other Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Saturday days and times, Saturdays are skill days. That's all we do. There's no lecturing, anything like that. It's just simply skill, whether it's BLS or ALS. The times may vary. They will always start at 8 a.m. They'll always start. The question is how many skills are we happen to be doing on that one particular Saturday. Depends on whether or not you get out at 4 or just a little bit earlier on that day. Our course is a 4-semester course. So basically, it's almost like a 2-year program, but you do need to stay with the course for the entire duration once it starts. So when you start in September, you can't do one semester and then come back and do another semester in a few months. You have to do all the semesters as they progress, as the class progresses. Our training center is in South Windsor. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Philip, can you share with me where you're located in the state? Derby. Okay. Had a few friends down in Derby. Storm Firehouse, I think. That was a long time ago. All right. Anyway, so as I mentioned, we do our skill labs in house. They're done on Saturdays, and the list of textbooks is kind of long, but these are the books that are going to be included in the cost of your class. The one thing I'll mention is the Nancy Caroline's Emergency Care in the Street. That book is mostly going to be online assignments, and you'll learn all about that, when we get the class started. But there is probably about a 35% online component to it. Just simply, some lectures and things like that. Obviously, there won't be any online components for any of the skill things or anything like that. So this is going to be a predominantly hands-on, in a classroom, instructor-led program. These are where we'll do our field internships. So field internships basically are completed in the third and fourth semester of the course. But when we get to that point, all of our field internships are done in the Bay State Hospital area, and that is the emergency department, the ICU, pediatrics, labor and delivery, and the critical care unit. We won't really go over the requirements now, but that's going to be the location of that. We do have an affiliation with Yale New Haven, so it is possible to do some of the clinicals outside of that Bay State, but that's to be determined going forward. Our students will do a rotation through the medical examiner's office, which is in Farmington. Always an interesting thing to check out. It's really a life-changing experience, but you really get a very good, didactic or tactile sensation when you can put your learning to 3 dimensions. So our field internships are also Manchester Ambulance, Etna Ambulance, and various fire departments, basically all ALS services. We're open to others. We're happy to, talk to other services that maybe are more convenient for you. But for now, these are the ones that we're primarily contracted with. Oops, went the wrong way. All right, so these are our classrooms. The picture on the left here is our main classroom. This is classroom number 1. This classroom holds about 28 to 30 students. Our paramedic program is going to be a small program, about 15 students. So you can see that it's a big room, and you only put 15 people in there. It should be a pretty comfortable environment. The picture on the right is our classroom number 2, obviously for smaller classes, but this will be one of the rooms that we use for testing purposes, as well as, skills on Saturdays and things like that. This is a view from our skill lab. So I'll kind of walk you around the room, and the next pictures I have will be a little bit more there'll be a little bit more detailed. So starting on the left-hand side, you got the Airway mannequins on the table here. This is a anatomy mannequin. It's a puzzle. You can take it apart and put it back together again. Not very many people can do it, but it's there just as an activity. The other 3 things are ALS Airway mannequins, so that'll be part of your Airway training. The front of the room is just basically where we store materials and equipment. So down on the floor, you see one of our BLS mannequins. This is our BLS mannequin. They're used for, splinting, trauma assessment, even medical assessment, that kind of thing. So moving further around the room, we have another mannequin on the other side of the room. Then our ALS, what we call our ALS corner. This mannequin that you see lying in the bed is an ALS simulation mannequin. This mannequin has the capability for starting IVs, for doing 12 lead EKGs, for doing 3 lead EKGs, for doing cricothyrotomy, for doing IO training, as well as blood pressures and lung sounds and heart rates. This is truly an advanced level mannequin. So anything you can do on a human being, you can do on this mannequin. And then right along the wall here, this is where we keep all of our ALS supplies, intubation, catheters, needles, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously our life pack 12. So a little bit more up close. Again, these are airway management mannequins. Again, puzzle piece. We keep it wrapped in saran wrap because if you don't, they tend to fall out and get lost, and we don't want to lose anatomy pieces. Again, the supplies against the back wall with the life pack. This just shows you the organization that we use to keep everything separate. This is also where we maintain our medications that you will learn and have to practice administering and things like that. And then obviously the mannequin. So this bottom picture, just a little bit different view from the other side of the room. Just gives you a little idea of what kind of space that we have and the different kinds of training and equipment you have that is to be able to train to your benefit. So if you're looking for an application, if you don't know how to do it, you can get it at info@ctemsclasses.com. We're more than happy to provide that, give you an email, or you can just go to our website, which is ctemsclasses.com. And when you do that, you'll come to this page here. So if you just click on Paramedic Program, you'll notice that when you scroll down, there are three downloads down the bottom of the page. You have the application, the information, and there's a summary sheet as well. So you're looking for anything with regards to applying to the program, you can go ahead and click on any of those links. Okay, so the applications are being accepted until July 31st. So just a little bit, just about a month left to apply. So you could just get the application online and then submit it to us once you're done. There is a fee. We'll go over that in a second. The application fee is $125, and that's payable with the application submission. And at that time, you also pay the $35 background check fee. So those fees are separate from the course tuition, but must be paid at the application time of you submit the application. After the application and background check fee are accepted, there will be an entrance exam that will be done, and that'll be scheduled based on when we receive the application and the availability of the students. The course tuition is $10,000. There are payment plans, but you must have the course paid in full by a week before the class, or you have to have financing in place 7 days before the class begins anyway, as well. So a couple of things that might be noteworthy. We are a service-connected disabled veteran-owned business, and we can accept a GI Bill because we're in association with Yale New Haven Hospital. Since 2011, CPR training professionals have certified over 900 EMT students, and that's mainly because we are a for-profit business, and we train CPRs all week, all the time. So this is not only a lot of EMTs in that period of time, but we are the largest volume of EMT education for a for-profit training center, and we have the highest pass rate of all of those training centers. And this is just our mission statement. So if you want to give that a peekaboo, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And if you joined while I was midway, give us a holler in the chat so that I can say hello. And if you have any questions, happy to help. I can also start the presentation again if you'd like. Happy to do this all over again as many times as you'd like. I'm guessing you could probably hear my background music. I tend to have soothing music. Right now, honestly, this is our first medic class, Philip. So we will most likely be starting one in September if all things go well. We probably will start one again in January, but it's either going to be January or May of 2023. I know, right? I'm going to move the computer screen so you can kind of see what the music is associated with. I think. Let me see if I can do this here. I listen to an aquarium all day long. So hopefully I can get this thing back to where it was. There. It's not awful, I think. Hopefully that answered your question. Is that Bradley Fire, I assume? We do not associate with them. I mean, I have a lot of friends that work up there, but we don't associate with them because associating field internships with a state agency can be a little bit more challenging. Do you work up there by any chance? Okay. I'm not sure if that's the same Jose that I knew up there once upon a time. Waterbury AMR, but I never passed exit 25. I was always the, Southington, Plainville, Farmington. I was very late in my career when I started going down there, and I really didn't want the hassle of all the Waterbury stuff. Wow, he's been doing this a long time then. Good for him, though, for sure. That's funny. Sounds like you don't work there anymore, just up in Derby. Yeah, so the other thing that I'll mention is there's a few things that make our program different from other programs. And I think one of the biggest glaring things is the pictures that I showed that were our training center. I don't want to say we're a small building, but when you park your car to go to paramedic class, you walk 10 feet and you're in your classroom. You don't have to walk a half a mile to get to class, and it's a very comfortable environment. You can walk to dinner, you can walk to get snacks. We have so many different food choices all around us. It's a very, very, very convenient location. We are 5 minutes off of 84. We're probably 15 minutes off of 91 via 291. It's very, very easy and convenient to get to. So the other thing I'll mention is some of the things that we're planning on putting together and doing in this class. Some of the stuff will start at the beginning, some of it won't. But one of the biggest things that we're going to do is we're going to have an overnight practical exercise, and this will be towards the end of the class, where everybody will find a location and everybody will spend the night, and we will all get to experience what it's like doing calls at 3 a.m. So you're basically going to simulate being in an ambulance at work in the night shift, and you'll have to get up, do a call, do your stuff, trying not to be groggy. But I thought it was a good idea and I don't think our program simulate how easy it is to do calls when you're working an overnight. But I always worked overnights, and sometimes it's a challenge, not only with your partner maybe sleeping, but certainly with people that are just getting up. And when you get a call for an unresponsive person at 3 a.m, you're wondering why are they not. So the other thing we're going to do, we have a couple of fun activities. We like to do flipped classroom kind of stuff. So we're going to be a little bit more interactive. We're going to ask our paramedic students to do poster projects. We're also going to actually ask paramedics to do a project or a paper or something like that, some kind of thing that tells us how you would improve the EMS system. And then finally, one of the things we're going to do with pharmacology is you'll have to make a pharmacology production as we go along at certain points, learning pharmacology. So you're going to have to create a song or a video or both that shows your knowledge of medications in the form of that song or video, and you'll be judged by students. So fun stuff, not just coming to class and hearing Charlie Brown's teacher say a thing or two. We want this to be interactive, and the bottom line is, my philosophy is that if we don't have fun, then it's a bad class, because class goes by faster. It's a lot more interesting when it's fun, interactive, and engaging, and that's exactly how we want it to be. Yeah, I see you put the AMR. I left AMR a lot longer than that. Actually, maybe not. Probably around 2005, 2006. Nope. Met my wife in 2006, so I'm going to say 2008. I miss the people down there. That's pretty much about it. I see some other people are here with us. Go ahead and say hello. Drop us a note. If there's anything I can do to answer questions you may have, if you'd like me to start the presentation again, I'd be happy to do that. So the last thing I'll mention for you, Philip, is that the info at ctemsclasses.com, that's a great email after you're done with us today. Hang on to that, because I'm sure you'll come up with some questions after you leave our little thing here. And if you email info at ctemsclasses.com, happy to answer any questions you might have. Absolutely happy to do it. You're welcome. It was nice not meeting you, but chatting with you. All right, Phil. Sounds good. Be safe. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions on our upcoming paramedic program? I see someone else has joined. Say hello. Say hello and ask a question. Happy to help in any way that I can. So if you're interested in our paramedic program and you would like to see the presentation, I can start it again. If you would, just give me a shout in the chat here that I can give it a start, and I'm happy to move along with it. Or if you have any questions, happy to answer any questions you might have. Maybe we can straighten this out a little bit here. Yep. I see that. I wish whoever it was would have said hello. I think we'll go till 6:30. If nobody else shows up, we'll go at 6:30. Kate, do me a favor, come in here. Hello, thanks for joining. If you could, just give me a holler on the chat so that I know that you're here and we can start talking about our paramedic program. Go on YouTube on my phone. See if you can talk to me through that. Happy to answer any questions about our paramedic program. Just give me a shout in the chat. Ask me any questions you'd like. You can ask me about our paramedic program. You can ask me about the weather. You can ask me about fish, and I can only answer questions about one of those topics.
There's no options to talk.
I think what we'll do is let's just go ahead and just do this way. And we can kind of let the program run a little bit. Hello, KMC. Welcome to our informational session. Can you share with me your level of service and if you're in Connecticut or some other state? Actually, I think I see by a little icon you got there. It looks like you are possibly a Connecticut EMT. So when you can, let me know. I can start this. I can start this presentation again if you'd like, or I can just let it run, continually and answer questions you have along the way, whichever works for you. It is. It's very rare that my voice gets recognized. That's me. AMR New Haven. That's awesome. I like hearing about our students' successes and continuing on in their careers. So that's great. I'm happy for you. Do you like working at AMR? I found working for AMR was a bit of a challenge. That's awesome. Do you want me to start the program again, or do you have some questions that I can answer? So the there's a couple of different ways to look at the medic program that we're having. The total tuition for the program is $10,000. There is an application fee of $135 and a background check fee of $35. Those need to be paid for applying. The tuition comes with some payment plan options. Basically, you would need to make a $1,500 down payment before the first before the first semester begins. And then you could do 12 monthly payments. In this case, those monthly payments would be $750 a month after the fee for having that payment plan. So does that answer your question, or are you looking for any other detail? Yeah. I apologize. The chat process is pretty slow. We do take the GI Bill. I'm not sure if you remember, but we are a service-connected, disabled, veteran-owned business. So we do accept the GI Bill. We process them through Yale New Haven because our program is actually affiliated with Yale New Haven. So we do the training up here in South Windsor, but we are affiliated with them. So there doesn't need to be double billing when it comes to Yale the GI Bill. So we go through that. So I'm gonna guess that you served. So what branch did you serve in? I say holding my breath. All right, he's good. I spent a little time on an aircraft carrier, so I appreciate your partner very much. I'm glad. I'm glad he didn't join another service. You're working right now. You on the road now. Nice. Be safe down there. It's bad enough to work for AMR in the first place, but work for AMR New Haven down the southern part of the state there, it can be challenging. So be safe. So let me tell you about one thing that we're going to be doing in this class that you might find interesting and even kind of fun. So when I was working as a paramedic full time on the streets in Hartford and the AMR Waterbury, I worked overnights. So I think one of the things that we put into this class that I think is very important is towards the end of the class, we're going to have an overnight exercise. And what that means is that we're going to go somewhere, we're going to spend the night somewhere, and people are going to have to do calls at any hour of the night. so that they get a feel for what it's like to do EMS calls, either when people are sleeping or when your partner's sleeping. I don't think there's enough attention paid to what it's like to do calls in the middle of the night, like the unresponsive person at 3 a.m. Like, how do you know they're unresponsive? They should be sleeping. And then we're going to do some interactive classroom stuff where we'll do poster projects. I don't know how long ago you but we used to do shock poster projects. We're going to do something very similar to that. And then we're going to do what's called pharmacology production, where people will have to create a song or a video of medications that they're using based on the meds that we're teaching. So hopefully that'll be fun. What?
White screen disconnected. I can't see anything.
Well, they're not there now. Are you connected?
I'm still in there, but it's a white blank screen. I can't see anything. And there's a circle like this. I don't know if it's me or YouTube.
I don't know what it is. Hopefully, well, you're not here because there's only one person here. All right. Have you come back to us? I think the hard thing here is that I can't tell if we're online or not online because everything looks normal. Internet in the office is still working, so hopefully we're here. Checking in. Check. Yeah, so what I was saying is that we're going to do an overnight trip for the paramedic program, and we're gonna make people do calls in the middle of the night so they can see what it's like being a paramedic on an overnight shift. People may not end up working the overnight shift, but sometimes they may need to, and sometimes it's hard to be a paramedic at night, and I want people to be able to experience that, and we'll have some fun with it too. Yep, you're gone again. maybe only give this about 5 more minutes, see if they come back on. So I'm not sure if you can hear me or we're connected, but I see that is it going to be the same as the EMT class, keeping your grades up, or is that going to be different for the meta class? I think hopefully you can hear me. I'm not really quite sure if you're still there, but the grading process will be the same. Obviously, the paramedic class is a lot more advanced and you know, passing grades is certainly a lot more important than in a basic EMT class that you're doing it for the very first time. So the grading policies will be the same. There will be more things involved with the grading process because you'll get a grade on the competency of the labs. You'll get a grade on all of the book work and cognitive stuff that you're going to do. You'll get grades on attending the field time that you have to do, the observing, on the ambulances and fire departments and things like that. So it's a pretty comprehensive grade process. But at the end of the day, everything has to either be pass or fail, and there will be, a number, probably most likely be passing of 70 for most categories. Hopefully that's what you're looking for. Just out of curiosity, is it just you, or are there two of you thinking about taking a class together? Okay, that'll be great. That's very exciting. It's I took a meta class with another person, and it definitely helped. Study groups and doing things together. So hopefully we'll see you. I'm not sure if you're able to write anything down, but you know how to get a hold of us since you've been here before. But info@ctemsclasses.com if you have any questions. Thanks for joining. Take care. Good evening. Good evening. I see one person. Oh, no, it's me. Right? Are you still connected? It's showing that there's one person in here, but what? Why is she in there?
Michelle was in for a bit. I can go see if she's in there. We do that.
Are there any CPR training employees joined in our little meeting here? Hello? Can you go look? She's doing a final, right? So either you're not disconnected, or there's one person here that wants to remain anonymous and quiet. So appreciate you being here, but we're gonna end our meeting at this point. So thanks for being here. And if you have any questions, email info@ctemsclasses.com. Have a good night.
Stop and Shop at all? I don't think we are. We're doing burgers, right? Ooh, burgers and fries. Come up for that. Did that pillow help at all?
It's very tight back here.
Mm-hmm. Did the pillow help at all? Do you have to go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Showing off the